Simplifying Life After 66 Things to Let Go of. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something truly liberating: simplifying life after 60. As we get older, our priorities shift, and what once seemed crucial starts to fade into the background. We gain a new perspective, a clearer vision of what truly brings us joy and fulfillment. In this video, we'll explore 6 common burdens we can release after 60, freeing up time, energy, and mental space for a richer, more meaningful life. Stick around, because letting go of these could be the best gift you give yourself. Number 1. The myth of keeping up. The myth of keeping up. Remember those days of chasing the latest trends? The newest gadgets, the fashionable clothes, the trendy diets? It felt important to stay current, to fit in, to project an image of success and vitality defined by external forces. We worried about keeping up with the Joneses, even if the Joneses were living a life fueled by debt and anxiety. We felt the pressure to conform, to acquire, to constantly upgrade, lest we be perceived as outdated, irrelevant, or somehow less worthy. But after 60, a profound shift occurs. You realize that the relentless pursuit of the new is a mirage, a never-ending cycle that ultimately leaves you feeling empty and unfulfilled. True style emerges not from fleeting trends dictated by marketing gurus and social media influencers, but from a deep understanding of oneself. It's about what makes you feel good, what reflects your personality, your values, your unique journey. Think about your wardrobe. Those uncomfortable, impractical clothes you bought because they were in fashion? Donate them. Embrace comfort. Embrace functionality. Embrace clothes that make you feel confident and at ease. Choose quality over quantity. Invest in pieces that you love, that will last, that reflect your personal style, not someone else's. The same principle applies to accessories, shoes, and everything else you adorn yourself with. You've earned the right to define your own style, free from the pressure of fleeting trends. Your style should be a celebration of who you are, not a reflection of societal dictates. This liberation extends beyond fashion. Think about technology. The constant pressure to upgrade to the latest phone, the newest gadget, the most sophisticated software can be overwhelming and expensive. Do you really need all those features? Do they truly enhance your life, or do they add complexity, stress, and a constant drain on your finances? After 60, you have the wisdom to discern between genuine utility and manufactured desire. Use what serves you, what simplifies your life, not what adds complexity and stress. Choose technology that enhances your connection with loved ones, that supports your hobbies, that makes your life easier and more enjoyable. Don't be afraid to say no to the latest trends if they don't align with your needs and values. And finally, consider lifestyle trends. The ever-changing landscape of diets, fitness regimes, and wellness practices can be dizzying. One minute it's all about intermittent fasting, the next it's keto, then it's something else entirely. The pressure to conform, to optimize, to constantly strive for the perfect lifestyle can be exhausting and ultimately counterproductive. After 60, you know your body better than any fleeting fad. Trust your own wisdom. Listen to your intuition. Choose a lifestyle that nourishes your body and soul, a lifestyle that promotes health and well-being in a sustainable and enjoyable way. You don't need to follow the latest trends to live a fulfilling and vibrant life. Number 2, silencing the inner critic and everyone else's. We've all been there. That nagging voice inside your head, second-guessing your every move, whispering doubts and anxieties. It's the inner critic, that relentless judge and jury that can sabotage your confidence and steal your joy. For years, perhaps even decades, you've allowed this inner critic to hold you back, to dictate your choices, to dim your shine. But after 60, it's time to reclaim your power. It's time to silence that negative self-talk and embrace the beautiful, capable, and worthy person you truly are. This process begins with awareness. Start paying attention to the thoughts that run through your mind. When you catch yourself engaging in negative self-talk, gently challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought truly helpful? Is it based on facts or on fear? Is it serving me or holding me back? More often than not, you'll find that these negative thoughts are simply illusions, distortions of reality fueled by insecurity and self-doubt. Once you've identified these negative thought patterns, you can begin to reframe them. Replace self-criticism with self-compassion. Instead of focusing on your perceived flaws, celebrate your strengths and accomplishments. Remind yourself of all the challenges you've overcome, the wisdom you've gained, the love you've shared. Cultivate a sense of gratitude for the incredible journey you've taken and the person you've become. Silencing the inner critic also involves setting healthy boundaries with the external critics in your life. These might be well-meaning friends or family members who, consciously or unconsciously, project their own insecurities and judgments onto you. They might offer unsolicited advice, make critical remarks, or try to control your choices. After 60, you have the wisdom and the right to protect your emotional well-being by setting clear boundaries with these individuals. You can do this with kindness and respect, but also with firmness. Let them know that you value their opinion, but ultimately, you are the author of your own life. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who celebrate your individuality, who see your worth and potential. These are the relationships that nourish your soul, that inspire you to grow, that empower you to be your best self. Let go of the need to please everyone and focus on building authentic connections with those who truly cherish you for who you are, imperfections and all. Finally, remember that silencing the inner critic is an ongoing process, not a destination. There will be times when that negative voice creeps back in, whispering doubts and fears. But with practice, you'll develop the tools and the resilience to challenge those thoughts and reclaim your inner peace. Embrace your authentic self with all your quirks and imperfections. Speak your mind with kindness, but without hesitation. Live your life with courage, conviction, and the unwavering belief that you are worthy of love, happiness, and fulfillment. You've earned it. Number 3. The joy of an uncluttered schedule. For so long, a packed schedule was a badge of honor. A full calendar signified importance, productivity, a life filled to the brim. We equated busy with successful, constantly striving to fill every waking moment with activity. Remember those days? Rushing from meeting to meeting, juggling work deadlines, social engagements, family obligations, and barely having a moment to breathe. It felt important, even vital, to maintain that frenetic pace. We wore our busyness like a medal, a testament to our value and worth. But after 60, a profound shift begins to occur. We realize that true productivity isn't about how much we cram into our day, but the quality of those experiences. It's not about the quantity of tasks checked off a to-do list, but the depth and meaning we find in the moments that truly matter. Think about your current schedule. How much of it is filled with obligations you feel compelled to fulfill, rather than activities you genuinely enjoy. How many times have you said yes to something when your heart was screaming no? After 60, we have earned the right to be more selective, to prioritize what truly nourishes our souls. It's about giving ourselves permission to say no, without guilt or explanation, to protect our time and energy for the things that truly matter. Perhaps it's spending quality time with loved ones, pursuing hobbies that spark joy, immersing ourselves in nature, or simply savoring moments of quiet reflection. Embrace a slower pace. Allow yourself the luxury of unscheduled time. Discover the beauty in simplicity. Instead of rushing through life, take the time to savor each moment, to appreciate the small joys that often get overlooked in the hustle and bustle of a packed schedule. Wake up without an alarm clock and enjoy a leisurely breakfast. Take a long walk in the park and listen to the birds sing. Read a book for the sheer pleasure of it. Spend an afternoon chatting with a dear friend. These are the moments that enrich our lives, that fill us with a sense of peace and contentment. Decluttering your schedule is not about becoming unproductive. It's about becoming more intentional. It's about consciously choosing how we spend our precious time, rather than letting it be dictated by external pressures and obligations. It's about creating space for the things that bring us joy, that nourish our spirits, that make us feel alive. It's about living a life that is aligned with our values and priorities, a life that is rich in meaning and purpose. This shift in perspective can be incredibly liberating. When we release the need to constantly be busy, we open ourselves up to a whole new world of possibilities. We discover hidden talents, rediscover old passions, and forge deeper connections with the people who matter most. We begin to appreciate the simple pleasures of life, the quiet moments of reflection, the beauty of the natural world. We find joy in the everyday, in the ordinary, in the present moment. And that, my friends, is the true joy of an uncluttered schedule. Number 4, releasing toxic ties. Relationships are the cornerstone of a fulfilling life. They provide support, connection, laughter, and shared experiences. They nourish our souls and remind us that we are not alone in this journey. But not all relationships are created equal. Some uplift and inspire, while others drain our energy and diminish our sense of self. After 60, we've accumulated a lifetime of relational experiences, both positive and negative. We've learned what it means to be a good friend, a loving partner, a supportive family member, and we've also learned that sometimes, despite our best efforts, certain relationships become toxic, hindering our growth and well-being. Toxic relationships can take many forms. They might involve constant criticism, negativity, and judgment. They might be characterized by manipulation, control, and a lack of respect for your boundaries. Perhaps you're involved with someone who consistently puts their own needs above yours, leaving you feeling depleted and unappreciated. Or maybe you're in a relationship where there's a constant power imbalance, leaving you feeling powerless and unheard. These types of relationships can take a significant toll on your emotional and mental health. They can erode your self-esteem, increase your stress levels, and even contribute to physical health problems. After 60, you have the wisdom and the self-awareness to recognize these toxic patterns. You no longer need to tolerate relationships that diminish your joy and hinder your growth. You have earned the right to prioritize your own well-being, to surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. Letting go of toxic ties can be a difficult process. There might be guilt, fear of loneliness, or a sense of loyalty that keeps you tethered to these unhealthy connections. You might have shared history, mutual friends, or family ties that complicate the situation. But it's important to remember that you deserve to be in relationships that nourish your soul, not deplete it. Start by honestly assessing your relationships. Which ones bring you joy, and which ones leave you feeling drained? Which ones support your growth, and which ones hold you back? Once you've identified the toxic ties in your life, you can begin to set healthy boundaries. This might involve limiting contact, expressing your needs clearly, or even ending the relationship altogether. Remember, setting boundaries is not about being selfish. It's about protecting your emotional well-being. It's also important to recognize that ending a toxic relationship doesn't mean you're a failure. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, relationships simply don't work out, and that's okay. Letting go doesn't mean you didn't care or that you didn't try. It simply means you're prioritizing your own happiness and well-being. As you release toxic ties, make space for positive, healthy relationships. Nurture the connections that bring you joy, that celebrate your strengths, and that support your growth. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to be your best self. Focus on building authentic connections based on mutual respect, trust, and shared values. These are the relationships that will enrich your life and bring you lasting fulfillment. You deserve to be surrounded by love, positivity, and genuine connection. Number 5, reclaiming your power of choice. For so many years, perhaps even decades, we've lived our lives according to the expectations of others. We've made choices based on what we thought we should do, not what we truly wanted to do. We've prioritized the opinions of parents, partners, children, friends, colleagues, even strangers, often at the expense of our own desires and dreams. We've silenced our inner voice, suppressed our authentic selves, and conformed to societal norms, all in an effort to fit in, to be accepted, to avoid judgment and criticism. But after 60, a profound shift begins to occur. We realize that the only opinion that truly matters is our own. We've earned the right to reclaim our power of choice, to live life on our own terms, to finally be true to ourselves. Think about the choices you've made throughout your life. How many of those choices were driven by external pressures rather than internal desires? How many times have you said yes when you really wanted to say no? How many times have you suppressed your own needs and wants in order to please someone else? After 60, we have the wisdom and the self-awareness to recognize these patterns. We understand that true happiness comes from living authentically, from making choices that align with our values and priorities, not the expectations of others. This doesn't mean disregarding the feelings of those we care about. It simply means recognizing that we are the ultimate authority in our own lives. We have the right to choose our own path, to pursue our own passions, to create a life that is uniquely our own. It's about finding a healthy balance between honoring our own needs and respecting the needs of others. It's about setting healthy boundaries and communicating our desires clearly and assertively. Reclaiming your power of choice can be a transformative experience. It can lead to a sense of liberation, empowerment, and self-discovery. It can open up new possibilities and opportunities that you may have never considered before. Perhaps you've always dreamed of traveling the world, learning a new language, taking up a new hobby, or starting your own business. After 60, you have the time and the freedom to pursue these dreams, to explore your passions, to create a life that is filled with joy and purpose. Don't let fear of judgment hold you back. Embrace your individuality. Celebrate your unique talents and gifts. Express yourself authentically, without apology or hesitation. The opinions of others hold no power over your happiness, unless you give it to them. Choose to surround yourself with people who support your choices, who celebrate your individuality, and who encourage you to be your best self. Remember, life is a journey, not a destination. And after 60, you have the opportunity to create a journey that is truly your own. Make choices that align with your values, your desires, your vision of a fulfilling life. Don't let fear of judgment or the expectations of others hold you back. Embrace your power of choice and live authentically, boldly, and joyfully. You've earned it. Number 6. Finding freedom from material clutter. We've been conditioned to believe that more is better. Bigger houses, fancier cars, overflowing closets. We've spent a lifetime accumulating things. Furniture, clothes, knickknacks, gadgets, books, papers, filling our homes, and sometimes even storage units, with possessions we often barely use. We told ourselves these things represented success, security, even happiness. We equated our worth with our net worth, our identity with our belongings. But after 60, many of us realize that true wealth lies not in what we own, but in the experiences we create, the relationships we nurture, and the moments we cherish. The weight of material possessions can begin to feel like a burden, a constant source of stress and anxiety. Dusting, organizing, maintaining, repairing, insuring. The endless cycle of ownership can drain our time, energy, and financial resources. And what's the point, really? After 60, we begin to shift our focus from accumulating things to accumulating memories. We realize that true happiness comes not from what we own, but from who we are and how we choose to spend our precious time. Decluttering your physical space is more than just getting rid of stuff. It's a powerful act of self-care. It's about creating a sanctuary, a space where you can relax, recharge, and connect with what truly matters. It's about letting go of the past and embracing the present moment. It's about freeing yourself from the weight of material possessions and opening yourself up to a lighter, more fulfilling life. Start small. Choose one area of your home, a closet, a drawer, a shelf, and begin the process of sorting through your belongings. Ask yourself these simple questions. Do I use this? Do I love this? Does this bring me joy? If the answer is no, it's time to let it go. Donate it to a charity, sell it online, or simply give it away to someone who will appreciate it. As you declutter your physical space, you'll notice a profound shift in your mental space. You'll feel a sense of lightness, freedom, and clarity. You'll have more time and energy to focus on the things you truly enjoy. Spending time with loved ones, pursuing hobbies, traveling, or simply relaxing and enjoying the simple pleasures of life. You'll also find that you have less to clean, less to organize, and less to worry about. Don't be afraid to let go of things that have sentimental value. Just because something holds memories doesn't mean you need to keep it forever. Take a photo of it, write down the story associated with it, and then release it with gratitude. Remember, memories live in our hearts, not in our possessions. Embrace minimalism, not as a deprivation, but as a liberation. Minimalism is not about living with nothing. It's about living with intention. It's about choosing quality over quantity, experiences over possessions, and connection over clutter. It's about creating a life that is aligned with your values and priorities, a life that is rich in meaning and purpose. As you continue on this journey of decluttering, remember that it's a process, not a destination. There will be times when you feel overwhelmed, or when you're tempted to hold on to things you don't really need. Be patient with yourself, take your time, and celebrate every small victory along the way. The rewards of a clutter-free life are well worth the effort. You'll discover a newfound sense of peace, freedom, and joy. You'll create space for new experiences, new relationships, and new possibilities. And you'll finally understand that true wealth lies not in what you own, but in the richness of your life. As we wrap up, remember this. Simplifying your life after 60 isn't about giving up. It's about gaining. It's about gaining freedom, peace, and a deeper appreciation for the precious gift of time. It's about living a life that truly reflects your values and priorities. So, what will you choose to let go of? What will you embrace? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our latest tips for living your best life after 60, y'all, for free. Your support helps us keep creating this content. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.